Already know trading can make you rich, but all you've got so far are losses. Your friends laugh at you and your family thinks you're just a gambler. Don't worry, my friend, you're simply on the first step of your journey. Hey everyone, my name is Tarun and I'm here to help you rise above. The problem all beginners face is the same. They have no idea where to begin with, what they need to get started, and what's critical to understand before placing their first trade. In this video, I'll bridge that gap and show you an awesome trading strategy. So, starting with just 50 bucks, the goal is to hit 1000% profit. Watch till the end to uncover all the nuances and learn the best settings for fast results. Let's begin. Alright guys, we have two indicators here, Keltner Channel and Vortex. For the first one, we're looking for breakouts and bounces near the channel boundaries. These often signals price reversals. A breakout outside the channel is already an unusual event, but its return inside suggests that the movement has likely exhausted itself. If price returns inside the channel, it's reasonable to expect a reversal, which we'll use for trading. Vortex will serve as our filter, indicating trend strength. When movement begins, the indicator lines diverge. When weakening, they cross back. Our goal is to enter trades based on Keltner channel signals, but avoid getting in when Vortex shows weak momentum. I'll show you ideal indicator settings at the end. Now, time for our first trade. Here we have perfect conditions for a long entry. We see an upper channel breakout with strongly diverged vortex. Expecting easy profits here. Today's goal, multiply our starting $50 at least by 100 times. I'll increase risks and reinvest all profits in each trade. Meanwhile, we'll discuss everything essential for trading beginners. The first mandatory requirement is desire. Not craving easy money, but striving to develop, to understand, to learn. For absolute beginners, trading is difficult. That's a fact. You need multiple competencies to become profitable, developed only through persistent practice. Meanwhile, first trade is already secured. Let's switch charts for variety and continue with a new currency pair. Okay, we are entering a short position here. Let's break down the setup. We've just seen a new vortex divergence forming, signaling the start of a downtrend after the completion of an upward movement. Additionally, the asset rebounded downward from the channel boundary and broke through the central line. We're seeing a confluence of possible signals, and expect downward price movement within the next minute. Continuing our discussion, guys, you've got to start by mastering the basics of trading, understanding how financial markets function and grasping how trading platforms work, including how trades are calculated and how indicators operate. These are the basics. You simply must know the difference between oscillators and trend indicators. Meanwhile, I'm profitable again. Let's find a new asset and continue our discussion. Okay, another short trade, guys. Here I'm focusing intensely on the chart situation. Let's analyze everything in detail. The asset clearly can't break above this key level, making a short position from here perfectly reasonable. Selling pressure is too strong. We should expect at least a decline to this trend line. Here's the approximate target price zone. ADX has stalled here. The current divergence relates to upward movement, but the bands are already starting to converge again. We are anticipating a situational drop. I think this trade will close successfully without issue. And while we wait on expiration, let's talk about another essential trade for beginners. A trading strategy. That's exactly what we are applying right now here. This is yielding visible results. Just closed another profitable position, taking a brief pause before continuing. To clarify, I combine Keltner signals with Vortex momentum analysis. In other words, I operate based on defined logic. Without this, trading becomes more like gambling, which we don't want to do, right? Okay, re-entering short. Signals remains unchanged, and the recent candles clearly show sellers' dominance. Now we just wait for profits. Let me say it again. Trading without strategy is gambling. All successful market participants use their own systems. This determines your survival as a professional in the long term. You've probably heard that 95% of traders lose money. Who do you think these people are? They're beginners who just jumped in, made bad calls, and never came back. The biggest mistake: no preparation, no strategy, no practice. Using that strategy on a demo account. So, excellent progress. Already 300 in my account. Time to switch charts, guys. All right, another short position, guys. Now I'll show you all the entry details. We have vortex divergence and a drop off Keltner boundary. Price has already broken below the channel, so I'm expecting a further downside movement for an extended period. Another important note about strategies: you need to find the first one and adapt it to your personal trading style. In this video, I'm showing what works for me personally, but your results may differ. At the very end, I'll show you the optimal parameters that I've developed through back testing, but I strongly recommend you test the system yourself. Try it on a demo account or trade with small amounts first, then modify as needed. Okay, another confirmation that everything works perfectly for me. Now we'll enter the market again. I want to squeeze everything out of this market situation, guys. So, opening another position on the green candle. This might seem risky to some, but I assure you, it's a textbook setup. The indicators point downwards, so entering on a temporary upward move gives us a discounted entry. We are essentially entering with a built-in safety margin. And here's confirmation of my words. The price is moving down and I'll close in profit even if the next candle turns green. Okay. Knowing when to enter the market is an art that develops with experience. Another crucial skill for beginners is emotional control and risk tolerance. You shouldn't fear the market or avoid any risky situations. Only your trading strategy should guide your decisions. Yes, we've already closed the previous trade. Now opening the next one. The market continues its decline, so you're simply taking profits on the downtrend. As simple as that, guys. Another important note about strategies: as a beginner, you should have several different ones. For example, one for sideways trading, another for trading conditions. Some pros even use separate systems for specific currency pairs. You are looking for proven strategies, check out my Telegram channel, designed specifically for beginners. There you'll find strategies for all conditions and get free trading signals. The best way to gain a practical experience, my friend. So don't miss this opportunity. Links is in the description. Meanwhile, I'm still stacking up profits. Pretty sure I'll grab another winning trade here. Then we'll definitely switch to a new chart. Risk is already $1,600. We are close to the goal. I'm in the market, so let me show you why we are still trading this currency pair. Here's the levels sellers are targeting. Assets often retest zones like this. Those spots on the chart pull the price like magnets. Confident in success, so let's continue. Another key skill for starting out in trading is money management. That's a must. Simply put, it's the art of risk control. Your trades shouldn't threaten your entire deposit, but the profits should be tangible and rewarding. Find the balance between visible progress and avoid quick account blowouts. In many ways, this is one of the core success factors. Awesome. Trade close, my guys. Time to switch charts, especially since price action shows signs of a reversal. Okay, entering a long position, guys. It's a special case, so I'll break it down step by step. We've got consolidation in an uptrend. The asset is approaching the upper boundary, about to break through. Here's our growth roadmap, especially with Vortex coming alive and starting to diverge again. Now, a money management tip. Don't rush for profit. Risk at most 5%. Ideally, just 2 to 3% of your deposit per trade. Yes, that means smaller profits, but you safeguard your capital. At the start, survival is the priority, my friends. Once you start trading, your probation period begins. Within a month, it will become clear whether you are building a steady income or joining the 95% who don't make it. That was my 9th trade already. Let's change charts and gear up for the final one today. All right, time for the final trade. And I've chosen the perfect market setup for it. Price is breaking upward through the Keltner Channel, Vortex is diverging, and we are entering on a clean pullback, giving us a buffer for price growth. I'm confident this will be the last trade. Even if it fails, the account is over $1,000. Not bad for a start from $50, right? And I owe it all to experience, guys. I worked hard, grew, tested, studied, and you need to do the same at the start. This is the only rule. You can live like before or step into a level you ever dreamed of. The choice is yours. I made mine and I grew as a trader. The results are on screen. Over $5,000, guys. Now I'll show you the indicator settings that made it possible. Okay, clean chart. Heading straight to indicators. Add Keltner channel. Customize the colors as you like or leave them default. Set FMA period to 17, ATR period to 8. Leave the last parameter as it is. Now for Vortex, adding it to the chart. Only one setting here. Set period to 15. Crucial, guys. Feel free to tweak line colors or thickness for visibility as per your convenience. In any case, the strategy is now ready for action. Test it out, adjust if needed, and see what it can do. Time to wrap things up. All right, guys, now it's time for you to take action. You know what to study in your free time, and you've got an excellent trading strategy for quick success in practice. As thanks, just like the video, leave comments and subscribe to the channel. That will be more than enough for me. And if you want more and are looking to grow as part of the team, the link to my Telegram channel is in the description. I'm always available, waiting to welcome you to our ranks. As always, we'll meet again in the next video where I'll try to bring some more interesting content for you guys. So take care. Good luck with your trading. See you.